Hello friends, I'm back and I wanted to make a quick video to demonstrate something I haven't talked about before, which is that your power generation does not need to be on your base. Here's my main base with my tool cabinet, and I got a windmill and some solar panels on it, but I also have a windmill over here on this platform, which is not on my main base. The structure doesn't have a TC, it's not connected. I guess I'm still in building privilege here, so I guess it doesn't completely make my point, but I can still connect this wind turbine over to my main base. Cable runs have a length of 30 meters, and this is less than 30 meters, so you can see um, this windmill right here is giving me 101 or 100. That windmill over there is actually giving me about 102 because I'm losing some power on the cable run here. Um, so windmills, when they're separated from each other, they do get different performance. I have another one up on the top of the hill here. It's only getting 92 right now, but a few minutes ago these were getting 60 and it was getting like 100 and something. So sometimes having some diversity in your locations is actually helpful. Um, Now, where might you use power off base? Well, one thing I can think of is if you were to build a cave base. Here, let me turn this back on so I can fly. Um, if you were in a cave base and you needed your power up on the surface, like solar panels or windmill, you could do this. Just build a platform, a little 3x3, put your windmill on it, and then you pretty much would have to stretch that cable straight down into your base. But if you can find any tunnel or any place you can build in between, you can see that from here down to my main base is a lot more than 30 meters. But guess what isn't? This little platform down here. So I just ran it 30 meters into this branch, and then I can make another 30 meter cable. Whoops. That goes into this branch. So it goes from there, and it doesn't matter what component you use. You could use a display or whatever, just branches were easy. So I just went from there to here, and then stretched it all the way down to my main base to plug it into this display so you could see. So I have a windmill all the way up on the top of the hill that's generating power for me, and it's strung all the way down those two platforms down to my main base. So I have multiple power sources. If you had a base that was in an inconvenient location for solar power, you could put your solar power up on a different platform somewhere and string it along. Obviously, these little platforms here are going to be vulnerable to attack, to cutting off my power. But yeah, in the case of a place where you don't get good sun, like a PVE, or in the case where you're building like a cave base and you need to get power down to it, you can actually run these wires through anything. So you could just hook up to that windmill and run down to the cave and connect it to your power input on the other end. And as long as the surface is less than 30 meters direct line from where you're plugging it into down in your cave, you can actually have power down in your cave base. So hope that helps some of you if you were wondering where you could put your power sources. You can put them pretty much anywhere you want to if you're willing to maintain all the other locations and platforms. So there you go.